Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome along. My name is Martin, you're in my kitchen, and today we're going to be cooking a vegetable curry. Vegan friendly, vegetarian friendly. It's exactly what we need because it's the middle of January, it's cold, and we need some vegetables in our bed. We need some goodness. We've just had Christmas, we've eaten too much chocolate, too many biscuits, and we need some goodness in us. Rare opportunity to do some filming. It's super foggy outside, so I expect you can't see it an awful lot, but we're going to make the most of it. First step we need to do is do some vegetable prep. This is quite a simple curry. It's something I've made a couple of times before. It's absolutely delicious, something I wanted to share with you guys. So I'm going to get myself sorted out and we'll start chopping some stuff up and then we'll do some cooking. Right guys, so as you just saw, all my veggies prepped. That took a little while, but it's all good fun and all in the name of some delicious food, so it all makes it worthwhile. The first thing we want to do, right, is get a nice big clean saucepan. And we're going to put that on our cooker and we want to give ourselves a good slug of a vegetable oil because we're making a vegetable curry. Doesn't seem to make sense to use any sort of like beef dripping, like some meat products, that would be stupid. So we're going to put a little glug of that in there, get that up to heat. And then as that's heating up, what we want to do is grab ourselves our onion and our carrot that we separated into one bowl and pour that straight in. So I've got one big onion and there's 4 medium-sized carrots, and we're going to give that a good fry up. We don't want to like caramel caramelise it too much. We just want to get it nice and cooked, and so the onions are translucent and the carrots start to soften up a little bit. So we'll just make sure that's nicely coated in oil, so we don't get any burn into the bottom of our pan. And then what we're also going to do is chuck in our sweet potato, which I've tried to cut up about the same size as the carrots because they cook at a relatively similar time. So they're all nicely cut up. We're going to chuck that in along with our onion and carrot. So this recipe is good for about 4 people, I'd say, like 4 really good portions. I was just cooking for Zoe and I, so this will probably do us one dinner, and then we'll have enough to freeze up, so we can have a really quick dinner another day. That's the thing I love about doing like big batch cooking, is the fact that you can just separate out, freeze down small little portions, and then you've got a dinner like midweek. It's just so easy to do. It's nice and fresh, you know what's in it, you've cooked it yourself. So this is just going to sort of sizzle away. That's probably a little bit too hot now, so we'll turn that down. That's going to sizzle away for 5 minutes, I guess, and we'll come back when that's looking good. Right guys, as you've just seen, our base vegetables have been cooking away nicely. These are nice and soft. I've actually added a little bit more water as we've gone on. I don't know if you noticed in the time lapse, I put a little bit of water in there. It's just catching on the bottom a little bit, so I put some water in just to cool the pan down, give the vegetables a little something to cook in so they didn't colour up a little bit too much. So the next step is to add all our curry tasty stuff. So what we've got, as you saw earlier, are garlic, ginger and chilli in this here bowl. So that's going to go straight into our base curry. Just like that. And this is a bit where it's going to start smelling delicious. So that's all done. And then what we've got, right, this is a little cheap on my part, but it is proper nice. So I've got some korma curry paste. I've tried the other ones. This is my particular favourite. There's loads in the shop, so just, you know, have a go, see what you fancy really. But this one's really nice. It's got, where's the ingredients? Tomato puree, water, coriander, cumin, turmeric, ginger, cardamom, cassia, I don't know what that is. Fenugreek, fennel, mustard, paprika, chili powder, ginger, desiccated coconut. Loads of like curry type stuff. So this is going to go in. It's going to smell delicious at this point. So let's pop the lid. And like I said, this is for about 4 people, so we're going to go quite heavy on this. Probably going to put in like 2 maybe of these. It's a teaspoon, but I'm like heaping it right up, as you can see. I might go for a little bit more actually. There we are though. 2 really heavy ones and then like a half again. And then just scrape a little spoon off like that. And already that is smelling fantastic. Love the smell of this stuff. Put that to one side. And then we're just going to cook this for probably about a minute just to like get everything mingling, get everybody knowing each other. Like the beginning of a party, you know, where people are like, oh hi, my name's Fenugreek, what's your name? Ginger. Chili's over there, wild man in the corner. I reckon Chili would be like the wild one at parties, you know what I mean? He's the one like necking Sambuca at like 8 o'clock in the evening. Living it up. Oh, if only we could party. So there we are, that's probably, give that another like 30 seconds. Let that just cook through. Like I said, that smells fantastic. So that's just going to bubble away. I've also got myself here probably a quarter of a vegetable stock cube. I'm just going to crumble that in. Just to give it a little bit more trash. And what we haven't done so far is give this some traditional seasoning, traditional everyday seasoning. Salt and pepper, what's going in? Susie salt, as my man Ainsley would say. Give that a good twist bits in there. And foresty pepper, and I think he'd do it like this if he was around. Look at that. So you can just see in those extra couple of minutes we're really starting to break down all the vegetables now, giving us a really nice sort of base for our curry. And like I said, it's smelling absolutely brilliant. So what the next step is, because I think that's probably had enough of, you know, pre-party. So what we're going to do is add our coconut milk. I've gone for some pretty high-end stuff here. We tried some of the really cheap stuff from like the cheaper supermarkets in the UK, but they seem to split into oil and then the coconut stuff. But this one seems to hold itself together, seems much nicer, much fresher, much more vibrant. Like, just nice, good stuff. So it's worth spending the extra little bit to get yourself good quality coconut milk, in my opinion. So that's just going to slop in. And as per, like, splits up. Coconut milk is really weird. I've only started cooking with it really this year. But it like splits into, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it, it's split into like water and then the sort of fat stuff on top. So there's like some of the water and then the white coconut. So it's really strange, but proper delicious. So bosh that in your sauce, like that. Get as much as you can. And then I think what we're going to do is just grab a little bit of water. There's probably like a centimetre of water in the bottom, and just mix that up just to get out as much as you can. I do that with everything, to be honest, all jar stuff. Just put a little bit of water in, mix it around, you get much more out of each jar then. So we're just going to give that a mix up, and that is looking pretty nice already. Oh, I'll drop my spoon. Ow. So what we're going to do now is bubble this away for 15-20 minutes, I'd say. Get all the carrots and the sweet potato in particular just to cook right down so they're nice and soft. We've still got our peppers and our courgettes and our tomato halves to go in, but we're going to leave them for a little bit, otherwise they just sort of melt away and disappear. We might put these in about 10 minutes just so that they break down quite nicely, but it'd be nice to have a bit of texture with the big chunks of pepper and courgette that we've got left over. I don't want them to boil away too much. So there's that, and we'll come back in a couple of minutes when this is bubbled up and looking delicious. Alright guys, so our curry's been bubbling up for about 25 minutes now. About the 15-minute mark, I put the tomatoes in, and then about 5 minutes after that, I put the peppers and the courgettes in. It's bubbled away, it's made the house smell incredible. I'm so excited to try this curry. Like I said, I've had it before, but this one in particular smells delicious. So let's serve a little bit of this up and give it a taste. Just out of interest, I looked at what cassia was because I was really interested. I've never heard of it before. That was on our curry sauce jar, if you remember. And it is a Chinese cinnamon. So, I don't know, I guess it's a little bit cinnamony. Cinnamony? It's a cinnamony. And then we've got just a little bit of coriander for the top of our curry like that. And a little squeeze of lemon, because I'm well into lemon. Delicious. And then we've got cooked up nice little bit of naan bread to give this a taste. Let's give this a go. Oh man. That's beautiful. In these cold winter January nights, this is exactly what you want. There's a little bit of sweetness coming through, I guess, from where I smushed up the garlic. But man, that is proper delicious. we're going to cook anything, cook this, because this is delightful. Zoe's going to be happy because dinner's cooked for, and she might get upset with the washing up, but nonetheless, a delicious dinner to be eaten when she gets home from work. So there we have it, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, give us a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If not, no worries. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheerio!